Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of Waifu Wars. I am the buxom bronze woman who is the judo flipping you like I'm in a JAV. Jubidu.
And I am that guy who only judos while topless, Sobroni.
And welcome back to the next episode of Waifu Wars podcast. We talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb, but not your waifu because she is trash. What's up, Oni?
Nothing much. Just enjoying a long weekend. What's up, Drew?
Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. It's been a very long weekend. A friend came out of town. I went to go hang out with him. We had a little powwow, and then it got really serious. And then I went to bed super late, and I woke up today, and then I had to do like a bunch of stuff. I'm so tired. But on the good news is, do you know what's awaiting for me after this podcast?
Sleep?
No, well, eventually that.
Wow.
I'm finally getting my eggplant parmesan.
Mad late in the evening.
Yes, or early in the morning.
Both the best times to have eggplant parmesan.
I don't know, because we talked about it that one time.
I know.
I was like, I want it. And then for some reason, my mom.
Now I want eggplant parmesan. You know, I'm gonna get a parmesan tomorrow at a reasonable time.
You should. Yeah, yes. Don't be like me, guys. This is nothing you should aspire to. Eat your meals at proper points in the day. I was literally just like so busy just doing stuff. I was like, I paused, looked at the food. I was like, I can't eat this food right now.
Yeah, I've just been eating like a glutton all day. I don't know why. Like I've just had compulsive eating all day.
Oh no. Meanwhile, I'm like, I've been doing that eating, and I've been doing the eating where it's just like I'm eating just so I have nourishment for my body, like the minimum amount, like
minimum nourishment required.
Right. I had my breakfast. I had a peanut butter banana sandwich, and then I had some trail mix, and then I had some more trail mix just another time in the day. And then I was like, oh wait, I need a little bit more food, and I said, let me fill myself up with 2 breadsticks. That'll get me through the podcast.
Well, we'll see.
Right. If I drop dead, well, we know that I was wrong. So to prevent myself from dropping dead mid-podcast, let's get started with our new segment, This Week in Anime. I'm gonna go first.
Mm-hmm.
That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime season 3 is slated for spring 2024, according to Anime News Network.
Damn, that's far.
But yeah, it's next year.
Yeah, but normally when they announce it, it's like 2 seasons away or like next season or something.
I feel like they don't announce it like 2 years. It's rare if they announce it 2 years in advance, but it's usually like next year. I'll say this is like one of the longer stretches in terms of announcements.
Is Slime that is season 4 going to be that crazy and complex that we need all this time to animate it?
Well, the grand finale screening of the movie, it announced that that's when it was announced that the 3rd season was going to be aired around that time. I still haven't watched the 3rd movie or that movie. Excuse me.
Yeah, I haven't watched the movie either.
I don't know. Maybe we can do like a movie night for it or something like that.
That'd be fun.
That would be cute. But yeah. So basically, that's the skinny of the news. That's all I got for you. Short and sweet, to the point.
All right. And my end, I also have some short and sweet but fun news. Chainsaw Man is getting a collab, or I should say, Nikkei is getting a collab with Chainsaw Man. Finally, a gacha game I play is getting a collab with an anime that I like. Yay! So, yes, it was randomly announced last week on Wednesday that they will be getting a collab on February 22nd until March 14th. For those of you who aren't familiar with Nikkei, it is a I don't want to say FPS, not really an FPS, but it's a shooter gotcha game, a lot like Girls Frontline, kind of, that has a very heavy emphasis on the characters behind, to put it lightly. So I feel it's perfect for Chainsaw Man.
Yeah,
uh,
quite literally.
the collab characters are going to be, of course, Makima, Power, and Himeno.
Himeno.
Himeno. So yes, I'm looking forward to that. I will be rolling for at least Power. I don't know if I'll be rolling for Makima. But I definitely want Power, so I'm looking forward to it. If you guys haven't played Nikkei, I recommend it. It's a very fun game. Even it's more than just a fan service. It actually has a pretty fun story.
Okay. You heard him. All you perverts, get on it.
Yes. Come for the ass, stay for the I don't know, fun.
In parentheses, more ass.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's it for our news. That's like the fastest news segment we've ever done, and I love that for me, especially
Yes.
today. But before we enter reviews, Oni is going to give us some filler arc
Yes.
today.
I got filler time. So, for those of you who may have not known, the Kaguya movie released earlier in the States for Valentine's Day specifically, and I was fortunate enough to go watch it with our friend of the channel, Savior. And you know what?
Savior.
Hey, Savior. It was a great movie. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to spoil it, but yes, shock. I'm not going to spoil it, but I did want to mention that, of course, heavily featured Kaguya. Like, if you're going to go into this movie thinking you're going to see anyone but Kaguya, I got bad news for you. It's all Kaguya all the time. So, not much Chika, not much anyone else. But on the bright side, this movie skyrocketed Kaguya for me from like 7th or 8th best girl in her own show to like maybe 3rd.
Not maybe.
Like that's a lot. She skipped 2nd or 3rd. That's a lot. Listen, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's huge.
I was gonna say maybe 2nd, but then 3rd.
I don't know. Chika and Ino right there. I have her tied with Ino, I guess. But yeah, no, Kaguya got some like all the development. There was more character development for Kaguya in this movie than the previous 3 seasons combined, easily. There's so much character development for Kaguya. And President too. The President got a shit ton of character development. The thing that I found best about the movie, or most interesting, is my problem with Kaguya has always been I love the comedy, but the romance element was always lacking to me. I always felt like the romance part was just kind of like, I like him, but I don't know what to do. And so I feel like this movie actually solidified the romance part of the series, the drama, really well. It did so much drama, but it did it so good. This movie was like 75% drama, 25% comedy, but it still managed to pull off the drama so well and mix in the comedy with the drama that it didn't feel like, oh boy, here we go. I'm forced myself to watch all these serious moments in the Kaguya anime.
Right. So I have a question because we saw the first half an hour or first hour.
First half an hour.
Yeah. And
that was most of the comedy.
Yeah. Okay.
That was like most of the comedy.
Most of the comedy. So,
yes. There is more comedy throughout the movie, but it's mostly concentrated in the first half. I also would like to say that it definitely got more mature. Like there was a noticeable leap in the maturity of the comedy. I don't mean like there's a lot more adult jokes in this movie than there was the original Kaguya series. So that was fun. And yeah, like I left the movie thinking like normally when I watch a romance show and it's like, oh, the characters are together, I'm like, oh, well, that's the end of the show. I left this movie being like, oh no, this is the beginning of a whole new set of circumstances because they really did a good job of being like, oh,
that is so ironic that you said that.
yeah,
You use that terminology.
What set of circumstances?
Yes, because that reminds me of
What?
It reminds me of Karekana. Oh, is that Karekana? It's like there's this anime. I think it's called Karekana.
Mm.
Called
Oh, his and her circumstances.
His and her circumstances.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's kind of where at least this part of the movie is kind of reflected in the manga, because the whole part of the manga is that they do get together, but now they have to navigate being a couple.
Exactly. That's pretty much what this movie was.
That's very ironic that you use that terminology.
And the movie, for its credit, did delve into a lot of like really interesting things about relationships that I have not seen covered in other anime, like what it means to like self, insecurity issues and what you want your significant other to see in you and why. There's a lot of really good lessons in this Kaguya movie for real relationships. So it was. I know you'll enjoy it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good, and we'll probably live watch it. So, when it comes out, make sure you're on the Discord.
All right. Wow, thank you for that. Oh, my lips have been licked. I don't know what that means, but I think I was just trying to say my interest has been piqued or whatever. I'm gonna watch it.
Yes.
I'm gonna watch it.
Do it.
All right. Now that we're done with our news and our fellow arc, it's time to start our weekly reviews, and we're going to start off with Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga, season 2, episode 6.
Yes.
So the retainer. Well, first of all, of course, they're the whole they're slaves. Let's just pick on them again. Because they're like, we need horses to do our job, which was what they were doing before. I don't know why. What changed between now and then? We're like, no, now you can't use our horses.
Fuck you, no horses for you.
I love how they're just like, oh, the horses are busy. You can't use them. Meanwhile, they're all in the shed just eating. they're like, girl, we're chilling. And then the other guy's like, hey, can I use the horse? And he's like, sure. So yeah. Once again, the whole
slavery discrimination.
Right. But then they meet this old man who's like, you can have a horse. Just pick these rocks and cut this log and get me water and do basically anything I ask. And I remember how A&R was like mad about it for a bit. He's like, oh no, I'm not taking advantage of us. And then Thorfinn's like, hey, gentle reminder, we're slaves.
Yeah,
this is kind of what we do. This is kind of what we do. Period. He's like, how's this different from any other day?
At least we're getting stuff for doing this.
Exactly. Yes, you're getting the horse to do your other slave work.
Yeah. It's a never-ending cycle.
Yeah, I know. And when you put it like that, I can understand A&R's impatience. Also, A&R, I don't know what it was this episode, but it was giving he took a bump when no one was watching. Just a little bit.
More hyperactive.
Yeah, it's a little baby bump.
I was gonna say that about Thorfinn.
Really?
Like, compared to his usual stuff, he was more emotive this episode.
Yes, there's definitely,
which isn't saying much. That's like,
right, exactly.
He smiled once.
Exactly. Meanwhile, A&R is like, I'm screaming for the whole episode. I'm like, girl, put the powder down.
And I realized he was in the anime. He's like, oh shit, I gotta do my anime screams and shit.
Right. But Thorfinn, he changed a little bit in his mannerisms, in his energy a bit, as well as his Appearance. Oh, he tied the hair back, and I was like,
Yeah, he
"Ooh."
looked way more
I'm like, "Hey,
mature.
Thorfinn." I'm like, "Oh, hey, Thorfinn."
He went from
I was
looking
like,
like a 12-year-old kid to looking like a mid-30s dude, which I appreciate.
"Hey, Thorfinn." Um, so at one point, they're carrying the horse back in the rain, and they overhear the old master or the old man speak with their own master, and we learn that the old dude is the master's father, which I definitely called. And well, I didn't say it out loud, but in my head, I was like,
Yeah, in your head, where none of us can fact check you.
"That's okay." I've been right out loud
Mm,
multiple times, so hair flip.
how convenient.
So, excuse me. So yeah, they're having a whole discussion, and he's like, "Hey, old man, you should stop working on the farm." And he's like, "No, I want to work on my farm."
My farm is my life.
Basically, and they kind of just go back and forth about that for a bit, and then the father leaves. I don't think they say anything else outside of trying to get to retire.
Yeah. It's definitely giving he's gonna
Excuse me.
die really
Yeah,
soon, and then they're probably gonna blame Thorfinn and Einar or something.
yeah. But then after the whole conversation, Thorfinn and Einar discover Snake was asleep in in Severko's home. Yes, that's the name of the old man, Severko. And we can assume that's where he was asleep the first time
Hmm.
we were introduced to him.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hmm. Um, and then they begin talking back and forth, and oh my gosh, it is arguably some of the best dialogue, at least definitely the season. Like it was definitely giving. Yeah, he was definitely giving. I feel like this is just Ask Lad 2.0.
Oh yeah, I mean they already made that comparison.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They were really driving it home this episode. But I feel like, unlike, I don't know, I feel like him and the old man, they just played off each other well.
Oh yeah, they had really good. I forgot how great Vinland Saga is with the just writing and the dialogue in general. The
Yeah.
writing is so good; it makes moments where it's like, because really, if you take a look back at this episode, nothing really happened. It was just a
So
lot of talking with old people, but the dialogue is so good that it's like, oh, but it was so engaging.
exactly. Um, and it wasn't even just the fact that the back and forth was good. It was also the importance of the conversation because,
Mhm.
it was, in my mind, just incredibly major foreshadowing.
Oh yeah,
Like, hey, we don't need you guys. No, us 13. We're even chasing around some thieves. It's thank goodness it's only just thieves.
not
Like,
like an
it's like 50 or
army or
60
something.
people. Yeah, like 50 or 60 people could easily take this farm. And he's like, no, we don't need to, whatever. And he's like, I know, girl.
Mhm.
Like, there should be more of us guarding this place, actually.
Yeah, we're fine.
It was really funny. Uh, because of course I imagine next episode or the episode after
Oh yeah,
they're gonna get
invasion.
attacked. Yeah. They're not really subtle with their foreshadowing, but the story is so
It's
good
fine. It
here.
works.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And then yeah, we learned that the farm is protected by the tributes sent to the king, King Harold. Um, I don't know who this king is. I don't know who this king is though. Isn't King Harold like the one who was fighting against Canute
I
and got killed?
I forget. I think so.
Right, because that's I'm like they wouldn't introduce a random king for no reason. I'm pretty sure it's they said how to just pay tribute to like the king who just maybe might have died.
Yeah. It's also it might be the case that they might not know he's dead.
Right, so they're just sending tribute, and Canute's gonna come in and with his big old king dick and just be like, "No, that's mine," or I don't know something,
Oh
or
yeah,
they
you're
just
right.
won't
And
give,
that's probably how.
or they just won't give protection because they're like, "Girl, I thought you were just giving me stuff."
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's probably how they're gonna run into Canute. He just shows up on the farm with his soldiers, and then Thorfinn's like, "Yo, what's up?"
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think he. I don't think he has a re. Ow. I don't think he has a. I don't think he has a. I mean, I get it. He killed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still upset about that.
Mm, I guess I need to watch the last episode again. But yeah. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to the episode. I definitely. I was looking for the time skip where they both magically grew beards, and I was like, oh my god, I hate Thorfinn. I'm like, listen, when I finally have enough brain cells to think of a sex pun with his name, it's I don't know. It's gonna be really funny. I just had to think of one, but more or less, yeah, Thorfinn can get it because now he's of age and he sure looks like.
He's finally legal. Congrats.
Oh my god, thank you. I can't wait till I get canceled because someone took
Yes,
that
I
out
can't
of
believe
context.
Drew's getting canceled before me.
Yeah,
Wild.
stranger things have happened, I
Mhm.
guess. All right, up next we have Nagatoro season 2, episode 8. Um, so I like this episode because it focuses more on things that Nagatoro likes to do.
Yeah,
But
the whole judo thing,
yeah,
martial arts in general.
I liked that. I will say I did like that that pose that she made at the beginning of the episode.
Hmm
It was very like this is just like ambiguous anime martial arts pose. I'm like, it feels like I've seen 3 other people do the same variation of this pose.
But did they pull it off as well as Nagatoro? I don't think so.
Maybe not, because I forget who.
Exactly.
Um, so then the girls come in at some point and they're like, "Oh, are you gonna show Senpai that?" And then she's like, "Nope," and she just dips. First, I didn't know it was gonna be like martial arts, but then we see Senpai getting flipped out, and his friends are shitting on him. The friends that now just magically exist.
I'm telling you, they've always been there. You just never notice them.
No, you're not doing this to me. Don't you dare gaslight me like that.
They've always been there, Drew.
They've always been there. No. um, but yeah. So and for some reason they're like, is he forced to be in this judo competition? Like, why is he
Yeah, I
have
was
to be
wondering
there?
that too. I was like, why do you care?
Like, it feels like it's giving it's mandatory
Yeah,
as opposed to you can't do this.
I would just been like, I don't care.
No, like right.
You can't tell me what to do, school.
Period. Um. So he then, excuse me. Oh, one of Nagatoro's girls. I forget what her name is. Was it Gamcha? Gama?
Hmm
She's something with the G. She invites senpai to Gamo. Okay, Gamo invites senpai to the gym to work out on the weekend, and first of all, I was gagged when Nagatoro got knocked the fuck out. That was funny. She said, "Senpai, boom."
Never look away.
Right. Um, excuse me. So then she teaches Senpai some moves while the others are gone. And I'm not gonna lie, the judo sparring, like I said, or like I alluded to at the beginning of the podcast, it kind of felt like it was just a porn. Like
Yeah.
this is how porn starts.
I mean, isn't that all wrestling?
Stop it.
No. I'll force you to relive high school.
I know everyone was confused when you said it like that. Like, lost my shit.
Inside
that was
joke.
very much, that was high school. Excuse me. My favorite part of the episode where for some reason he thought it was a good idea to make a comment about her being heavy,
Really,
and then
really
of
dumb.
course the reaction. Yeah, that was dumb. Also great.
Mm.
And then they have the moment where he discusses why she doesn't do judo, and then she's just like, she just like hit a wall and just quit. I'm just like, I want to know who or what this wall is, because it must be like, in my mind, it must be like top 10 ranked in high school. That must be because she be taking everybody down. And then at the end, the art president, the old art president, for some reason tries to train him. I guess this is all done to get Nagatoro to train him more. I guess everyone's kind of trying to bring them together, which is kind of cute.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You know what's so crazy?
What?
I forgot that Senpai has a name, which they even used this episode, by the way. Because no, I'm looking at any chart.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for Gamel's name, and I saw Senpai's name, and it says his full name. I was just like,
wait, what is his full name?
It's Naoto Hachioji.
I didn't know I got time for that. Senpai.
Naoto. Yeah, I mean Naoto, but yeah, no, I'm still gonna call him Senpai. But they said it, and they said it this episode. Like the moment I saw the name, like the I had like a flashback when we watched it. I think like one of his friends called him either Naoto or Nao. I'm sorry. So yeah, that was interesting. But anyway, Senpai's like, no, I want Nagatoro. And Nagatoro's like, oh my god, yeah, let's wrestle. Yeah. And that was the end of the episode.
It was a pretty fun episode.
It was.
Yeah, I generally just like any Nagatoro focused episodes. Yeah, I'm gonna miss Senpai though if she leaves.
Huh?
I'm gonna miss the president when she leaves.
Me too, but like, girl, you graduated. Like, leave. Nah, I don't want to hear anymore.
She's one of those hanger on. She's gonna be there.
Yeah, I don't like people hang on when it's just like, I know you're just here to be part of the cast, but it feels weird and unrealistic. Leave before I call the cops.
You've graduated. Leave before I call the cops.
Period. All right. Up next, we have Bofuri season 2, episode 6. Not gonna lie, that open scene where Syrup is playing with the tentacles, that was actually really cute.
I want more Syrup playing with tentacles.
Right? That was actually stupid adorable. I love that. So this episode is basically the rest of the team looking for their pets. I will say, and I know this is, I guess this is me nitpicking.
Mm.
I wish that everyone didn't necessarily find like their perfect pet.
You want to get like a
Like,
shitty pet.
no, it doesn't be shitty, but just like it can have its own. Like, for example, Maple and Sally, their pets are not like, no, this is super just specifically made for me. Like no, like yes, some of there's like some overlap in like the usefulness for their abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, but it's not like 100%. Like this fox, it's like speed boost, extra speed boost, and and I don't know what other fuck
The guy
Sally. It
literally
kind of does a
got
lot.
the armor chest or whatever that
Yeah,
like transforms him.
he got the armor one. I'll give Iz a break because Iz literally looked for that one on purpose. Like
Mm.
that's fine. Like you looked for, you looked for a monster that you could use. Um, and Kande literally just ran into her. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I never saw this NPC. Let me just go follow them, and wow, I found the perfect pet for me. Uh, like it's like you don't have to be so on the nose. Like I like that's kind of reason why I'm fine with syrup because syrup wasn't just like syrup isn't like oh I have a passive that gives my I don't know original user
She gets
time like a
80%
double
defense.
80% damage reduction.
Turtle shell passive.
Right. Like no, it does its it has binding moves, it has a cannon, it can grow in size, but none of these things have anything to do with Maple's kit, per se.
Yeah, I guess you're right. My pet peeve with this episode was I just don't I mean, I don't necessarily need to see how everyone got their pet, Like it's cool, but I don't know. I feel like kind of was like, all right, let's move on to the next thing.
For me, it's like either do the episode all of them get their pets or
I feel like it could have been done like a quick montage type of thing. Like show the main ones getting their pets, like, obviously well the Maple, Sally, the
but they would have their
twins.
pets.
Yeah, no, they already but they had their mission, like Maple fighting the octopus. The twins, I'm fine with showing them get their teddy bears. I'm
Oh,
fine with.
see, no,
They're kind
no.
of important. Like they're recurring characters. Of Samurai Girl getting her snake pet.
They're all recurring characters. Hello?
Yeah, some of them are more important than others.
Yes, I know the anime definitely
Plays favorites.
takes that, which I kind of hate because I'm like at that point just like don't why can't all the characters just have their own time? I disagree. I think if you're gonna have all the members of the
There's so
guild,
many
just,
characters
fo-
though.
well, either focus on Maple and Sally and make them all background, or they all have to have their moments. I don't think
It's
it's
all or
fair.
nothing.
Kind of. That's how I feel.
That's fair enough. It's not the worst thing in the world. I don't mind them having their, times to
Yeah.
shine.
Because also Chrome was, even though like low key, I'm like Chrome. I was surprised they gave Chrome such like a cool like ability. Like yeah, like this little transformation sequence. I was like, wait. I was like, no, it's actually pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like that a lot. I thought they're just gonna be like, yeah, we're giving you something that transforms into a shield. Like you get two shields.
Double shield.
Um, but yeah. Let's see. Of course, me once again, me has a phoenix. I'm just like, yo, this is a little on the nose. Like,
Yeah, but it works. I think she actually is one of the best pets because she rides
yeah,
on
hers is
it. It's like
cool.
really
Yeah,
cool. That'd be
uh,
the pet I get if I were playing this game.
that is fair. I love how they're like, oh, we're going to a lava. My power, like, I won't be as effective because fire, and they're all fire. 5 minutes later, and then she's just blowing up the shit out of this dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So yeah, I think, yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I have anything more to say about Bofuri.
Yeah, this is one of the. It looks like they're starting a new arc next episode, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
New event.
yeah, because now that they all have their pets, it's time for the event.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There is no Lord Academy for 2 weeks, as we mentioned last podcast. So we're moving on to Kyokou Suiri. Episode season 2, episode 7.
Yes.
So we learn a few things, and this was almost my episode of the week. Wow, a shock.
Yeah, what? Kyokou Suiri is one of your favorite episodes this week? No way.
Shock. Only because I think it's so cool that they literally try to combine, the whole ghost spirituality and all that stuff, combine it with outer space. I don't think I've ever seen that done.
That is kind of cool now that you mention it, yeah.
Like the fact that we don't know what power or energy this meteorite has when it comes to making a cursed item. Therefore, we don't know how it could have influenced this doll. And that's really cool. Also, we found out that this Zenta dude, yo, he was one spiteful motherfucker. You know that?
Yeah, he ain't shit. He's out here trying to kill everybody.
He said after his grandson died, he said, you guys can all go.
I don't like you. I don't like you. I especially don't like you.
Especially fuck you.
You happy? Fuck you. How can you be happy when I'm sad? Fuck you.
Right. He said, y'all all can go. It's a clearance sale. I was like, that's crazy how he tried to take out the town and everyone in one fell swoop. They kept saying, "Oh, he's such a nice man, nice peaceful man." I'm like, girl, he wrote 4 names as well as the old lady.
Yeah, like damn. How dare you be happy, old lady?
Right. Like I tried to like it because I was being unhappy. I was like, I would say that's like my only nitpick is that didn't quite make sense because it's like, the fuck did she do to you? Oh no, how did she check in on you? And also happy. Have you seen her face? What part of her face looks happy?
Yeah, she looks miserable as fuck.
All the time. Like the closest thing to her smile is like her smirking. And that's it. So I was like, what the fuck? I kind of felt bad for her background story though. Like I
her
do.
Background story was just like everyone I know dies.
Right. She's like, wow, I my children died, and gosh, you just became real rich from settlement. And we literally tried to get rid of all this money, but we just kept getting more money.
We kept getting richer and richer and richer.
It was giving poor little rich parents.
We were just so rich, it didn't end.
And then, oh yeah, then her father died, her husband died, and she's like, damn it, now I'm richer.
Yeah, god damn it. Just when I got rid of all my money.
Oh yeah, that's wow. I'm still not jealous of her. I don't think I'd want to exchange the lives of all my loved ones.
That's a pretty bad curse.
I was like, I know some people are like, oh no, she's so sad, blah 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 blah. I'm like, girl. I don't know, maybe that's the age talking. Maybe it's our age talking. I feel like maybe if we were like 15, 16, we'd probably be like,
I hope not. Like, I'm gonna kill everyone I know for money. Yeah, or I'll let everyone I know die for money. Nah, pass.
Or they'll be like, oh no, we probably said something stupid like, yeah, that sucks if everyone died, but at least we're rich. I'm going to Disney World. I'll get new friends.
Yeah, I'll get new
I think that's
friends
something
at
we would say.
Disney.
Yeah, that's something I feel like we definitely would have said when we were teenagers.
Well, depends on who's dying.
So, anyways, they learn the trap. They lure into a trap the doll, and they have this really wild scenario, which I guess is just him using his powers.
Mm-hmm.
A really cool way to catch the Mokujin. When I tell you, I was almost thinking that when they like start scraping the name. First of all, that was hilarious when he just scraped the names off, and she's like, "Shit, I guess his little scheme date wasn't even gonna work. It wasn't even gonna work." Yeah, it wasn't even gonna work. She was gonna say because she was ready for it. She was like, "Well, just just get my name off. I don't mind suffering a little bit."
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, "Oh, well."
Oh well, never mind.
Right. That was really funny. Let's see. So yeah, the curse failing from the start was hilarious. And yeah, I guess it kind of just ended it on that note, which I'm fine with,
Mm-hmm.
really. 'Cause like I said, I really loved they were trying to figure out there's some kind of ooh, I don't know, out of force energy influencing whatever's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just uh Kotoko's Kotoko's impressions on the meteorite and her insight. It was actually really cool to follow.
Yeah, as always, it's just fun to see Koto. And they had those little cute moments with her and her boyfriend going back and
Oh,
forth as always.
yeah. Also, by the way, did they just basically imply that they fucking
I
now?
mean,
Like,
they've been implying that they like.
I think I just forgot when
Yeah.
they first said it for the first time. I was
Yeah.
just, it's just I'm just a little gagged because he's just like, I don't know. You know what it is? I feel like we're just not used to seeing a tsundere
Mm-hmm.
character. That's a dude,
Yeah, that's true.
and he's just the first one I've
Like,
seen. Because it's like
Baka.
the way he talks about her, it's like it really seems like he really does. He's like, ugh, like,
Mm-hmm.
like he's just always annoyed by her. So that's why when they have those moments where it's like I'm reminded that no, they're in a relationship, like having sex and everything. I'm like,
Yeah, they
oh,
living together and everything, so
yeah, yeah,
I feel
makes
I'd feel bad for her if they weren't having that. Imagine.
uh I mean, biz. Listen, just tell one of to one of your ghost friends to just levitate that rose on over for you, okay? You'll be alright. Yeah, all in all, it's a good episode.
Very, yep.
All right, up next is Nier Automata version 1.1a, which episode 4, which is my episode of the week.
Same. It was a really good episode. Way to come back with a vengeance.
Yeah. So they go to another location where a black box was left behind, and first of all, the way it started, and it's like the robots enjoying a play, and then you just see in the background just a bunch of android bodies. I was like,
That was creepy. This episode did a good job of being legitimately creepy.
yeah, I was kind of shook by that. Um, Also, I'm it's like 9S. I really love his character
Oh, really? I was gonna say I forgot how much of a bitch 9S is.
because I love his character because it's like the he's just very multifaceted. Like the thing about 2B is that she's just kind of like very straight edge. She's just like, uh, let's just do the mission.
Mm-hmm.
Like fuck humanity, da da da. Meanwhile, 9S is like incredibly human. You know who he reminds me of?
Aaron.
Who?
Aaron.
Aaron.
Attack on Titan.
Oh, no. I mean, I can see it. No, he reminds me of Wakka.
Oh, worse.
No, because just like Wakka, it's like they make him seem very cool, agreeable, very
Mm-hmm.
nice, and then the moment them fucking bots are involved,
He's like,
he's just like literally just like, nah, they all gotta go.
yeah, the racism comes on.
And I think for him, it's like super interesting. What makes him more interesting than Wakka, I feel like 9S is like, so he's giving it's giving DL kind of, and follow my reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving the logic of a DL man. For those who don't know, DL means down low, secretly gay man who basically operates like he's a straight person, but behind closed doors has sex with dudes. Um, so I'll say it's giving DL logic or DL acting
Mm-hmm.
in the sense that you are fighting this reality so hard, and it's like it's like the harder you try to fight it, the more extreme you become fighting it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that makes any sense? Like how Republicans are like some Republicans are closet gays, but they're the ones who are like gay anti-gay bill go.
Mm-hmm.
And 9S, well, I'm not saying 9S is like, oh, haha, we're all robots. I'm trying to say in the sense that he's trying to like deny their humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And by trying to deny that humanity, even though he can see it, he sees it happening, but he's just trying to reject it so hard to the point where he's just like, well, maybe I just kill them all. like, like he's just resorted to murder. And I think that's because he just doesn't want to perceive them as having human traits or human qualities.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like that's going to trigger something in him and fuck his shit up. I don't know if that's part of the game. I'm just kind of spitballing,
Well, good thing I don't remember most of the game.
right? But yeah, it feels like he's trying to fight this so hard and just see them as robots. Because then if he sees them as humans, then he's gonna be like, "Oh my god, like why did we kill all of them?"
What have I done?
Yeah, Nina seems to be like that guy. That what have I done guy?
Yeah. So what you're saying is 9S is a Republican. Got it.
I'm glad
You're
that,
saying
yeah,
9S
yeah.
voted for Trump.
I'm saying 9S voted for Trump. 9S is actually it's just Mitch McConnell's brain inside that body.
I don't
McConnell will
want
never
them
die.
damn machines taking our jobs.
So yeah, that whole thing that's happening with 9S to me, like I'm obsessed with it. Like, I'm
Mhm.
obsessed with him, this hardcore denial coming from 9S of all people, because it's the same one to like humans to be. He's like, hey, hey guys, what's going on? They're like, it's the he's trying to call people by their names,
He's been so
um,
chill this whole time.
right? Just chill, very jovial, very cool. and then just the robots is like, no, you can't be humanish, die.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's like they really hammer it in when it's like that robot's literally like, please don't kill my daughter, please, please,
Yeah,
please,
it's kind of
please,
fucked up.
please. Like, and he said, you both gotta go.
Like, I won't kill your daughter. I'll kill you both.
Right. Um. The Oh yeah. Also, at the beginning, speaking of, another thing that made me think of him was when they're talking with the resistance, and Nines, of course, is like super against. He's like, no, there can never be a truce between the machines and the humans.
Yeah.
They must all die.
That's why I was saying he reminds me of Eren. It's just like I must kill all the machines. I won't rest until every machine is dead. All the Titans
Right.
must die. I mean, machine.
Oh, right. See, I'm thinking of post that
Oh,
Aaron.
post character development Eren? No.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of season 1 Eren.
Right. Not now it makes sense. It
Mm.
makes a whole lot more sense. Um, but yeah. Meanwhile, fucking 2B is just like, yeah, but for the meanwhile, we should just concentrate on this.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'm not too interested in having philosophical debates like 9S.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And yeah, that's the other thing that's interesting. It's like, yeah, 9S is always open to like philosophizing and talking so much and be like, well, what's the
Mhm.
reasoning behind this and that? But when it comes to machines, she's like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. Just kill them.
Exactly. It's like when it comes to the machines, it's like what literally what they've been building up his whole character is totally just like rejected, and he just kind of turns into like 2B but worse.
Yeah. To me, he's like,
Like
wait a second, this is kind of weird. Why are they using human emotions? And, nah, who cares? They're fucking machines.
exactly. Like she becomes, oh my god, is that what they're gonna do? He's gonna become kind of like 2B and the whole like we must murder them for the humanity, and she's gonna be more like, I don't know, girl. Wait a minute. Let's
Yeah,
all
wait
put
a
the
second.
forward.
This is kind of weird.
Oh my god, that would gag the fuck out of me
Mm-hmm.
if that was the case. Um, yeah, yeah. Nine S becomes 2B, and now he doesn't become 2B. He becomes 2M to murder.
Yeah, call me 2M.
And we learned that the oh mama, the way the higher ups don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm. Like,
They
listen, just
said,
kill whoever
and
needs to be killed.
we need reinforcements. He said, girl, just send them. But
Mm-hmm.
we don't know.
Not our
You
problem.
know, what if more people die? Then they just die. They just die. Like, what do you want from them? That was wild. Mm-mm.
Yes. Good on Nier coming back strong. I love it.
Agreed. Me too. And last but not least, we have Tunrize, aka Koyashi and Endo live. Something something Lisa left.
I always forget like the
That's
exact
so sad.
sequence of what happened in this episode of every
Mhm.
episode of the show because it all kind of blends together into like this weird
Agree.
soup of of scenes.
Agree, because they're all just like, oh my god, she's being really like it's all romance. Like it's just
Mm.
romance everywhere. I know it's called a comedy fantasy. This should literally just be a romance. Like
Yeah,
romance
romance
something.
fantasy, whatever.
Right. Um, let's see where are my notes. Where are
And
my notes?
funny enough, the best romance is the one that's not in the fantasy world. It's the Kobayashi.
Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm looking for my note. Okay, there it is. Yo, I'm blind. I'm that tired. Wow. I'm literally flipping back and forth between like the same
Notes.
page. And I just have to
Meanwhile,
look at that.
notes right in front of you. Where are the notes?
Literally that. No, literally that. I'm so tired. Um, so at the beginning, I think Ball and Fiend had that cute little moment. Um, D what was it?
It's becoming a soup for you, see? You don't remember what happened in the beginning. It's just like a collection of scenes that
No, because it's like, when did the dad? I was like, no, when did the dad leave? And I'm just like, and now I'm just like, more importantly, was it the same? I was like, was it the same dad? Is there a second dad here? Oh, I remember. No, okay, it's getting unsouped.
Okay.
When Lise wakes up and the prince is like talking to him, and he's showing his concern, of course. But then, as he sees that the prince and Lise are having their moment, he's just like, let me just leave. Let me just
Mhm.
close the door. I'm like, good on you. Why can't all of our parents be such good wingmen?
Yeah, if only.
If only. Um, but yeah, especially this episode, the best of they focused a lot on Kobayashi and Endo.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that it was so cute when Kobayashi did like her little haha, this meeting has begun. And then they both laughed because
Yes.
she sounded ridiculous. That was really cute.
They actually have really good chemistry together. They're a pretty cute couple.
They do. I know I was kind of shitting on Kobayashi, but in the beginning, but she grew
She's
on me a
grown,
lot.
yes.
She grew on me so much. Uh So yeah, they try to recruit others to help fight against the Witch of Yore. They get Art on, Art, the priest dude. They get him on board pretty quickly. Uh, they try to get Fabian on board. And this is like the first episode where the main characters actually have interactions with Fabian.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we learned that Fabian was been trying to be abducted by like men.
So
Like,
random
like
backstory.
what? Like these literally just getting kidnapped by like pedophiles? Like what? I was like, God
The
damn,
roaming
no.
pedophile gangs of the
Oh,
turn of the century.
I'm like, ew. It's like old men who like him because he's cute and want him for his power. I'm like, oh no, gross. Um, and you see that's clearly had an effect on him because the moment the prince walks up to him, Fabian's like, ah. To be fair, the prince, for such a smooth talker, he kind of just like fumbling his words. Like he was coming off a little creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, Fabian, considering your trauma and the fact that this dude is like humna humna humna.
Yeah,
Like
walking up to you like, ugh.
right. I'm like, I understand why you're scared. Um, but then the princess steps in. The princess, she Lisa a lot. Lise is not princess, but she steps in to talk to Fabian instead. Um, it was very interesting. Like I kind of like that, even though I'm totally makes no sense. That Fabian is getting jealous. I mean, sorry, the prince is getting jealous of Fabian. Like, hello.
Yes, give me my Shota NTR.
I was like, what is going on? I know this dude is
They're
like
gonna be a
he's
really
super.
horrible jealous couple because anytime either one of them mildly interacts with somebody else, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, is he cheating on me or is she cheating on me?"
Right. I'm just like I'm like, this is clearly a sister and brotherly thing. And you're over there being upset. Like, bro, he looks like he's like a clean 10 years old. What are we
You don't
doing?
know. You don't know what Lisa Lott's into.
I and listen, if she If it comes out that out of nowhere she's a Shotokan this season, I'm rating this at least a 9 for the plot twist.
That'd be the best twist of all time. This whole time it was just she was pretending to be close to him so she can get closer to Fabian and abduct her.
Which doesn't even make any sense because they don't know each other.
All part of the plan.
Oh my god, the scene where they're talking, I forgot how this gets brought up. Oh yeah, when they're talking about how to approach Fabian, and he randomly says like, I think Prince basically says like, "Oh yeah, you'd be maybe like you'd make a good mother," and then she gets like super flushed about it, and then she kind of makes another similar comment about him having a good parent. I think she's like, "Oh yeah, let's give it our best at doing it," and then he's like, "Wait, are you talking about the child or the plan?"
Yeah.
I just found that it was funny that like the animation for them blushing. I'm like, it looks like they're powering up. I get that you're trying to imply that they're super embarrassed at the thought, like at the thought of like, oh my god, sex.
You think they're going to
It
Super
was just
Saiyan?
really funny. It was Mama. It was giving Ultra Instinct. It was giving. They're about to beat the crap out of Homeboy in the tournament. They're about to team up with Gold Frieza and beat the crap out of
Gold Frieza needs to show up to fight the Witch of Yore.
Yeah, exactly.
We're recruiting. It's like a fucking Marvel Avengers thing to show up and we're recruiting Frieza. We need you. The Witch of Yore is almost here.
Yes, is that actually a time from the other series where us playing a game, we can actually talk to the characters of Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, actually, we gotta bring up all the characters from all the other games.
But yeah, that was really funny. Endo and Kobayashi have a random scene where they're both asked to commentate on stuff, and they're like, "Oh, let them have their." I guess this is how they're building up the relationship by having them commentate on other things.
Yeah, they were commenting on a basketball game.
Yeah, I mean, truth moment, they could have kept it. Yeah, just because like they could have commented, like they could have done something else to push it besides commenting on like that's not romantic. They're trying to make it real
Don't
romantic.
You think it's super romantic to commentate over a basketball game?
No, because if that was the case, we'd be married.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you find it romantic every time I'm yelling at the Eagles while he's playing?
Right. So that first of all, that's not commentating. That's just you screaming.
Yeah, that's my commentary. All right, that's my contribution to the game.
I think you need to join their club and so you can get some.
Listen, to be fair, if I found a woman who, while I was screaming at the Eagles, joined me, I would marry her on the spot. That would be the most romantic thing to me. So maybe there is something to this.
Have we been doing this wrong? Should I just set you up with an Eagles fan from
maybe?
If anyone's watching, who knows a girl who's from Philly or do they have to be from Philly or do they?
As long as they like the Eagles, it's fine.
Okay, if you know a girl who likes the Eagles, please let us know. And if she's single and looking for a weeb who equally likes the Eagles.
Weebs who love the Eagles are 10 out of 10 in my book.
Because no, I'm really gagged when I think about it. Because I'm just like, yo, is he actually going to just marry an Eagles fan?
Imagine. No, with my luck, I'm gonna marry like a Cowboys fan or some shit. Every Sunday we play.
Okay, okay. Random question. I know this is so off topic from anime, but would you? But I must know. Would you like marry? Would you rather marry a woman who's like a Cowboys fan, or would you rather marry someone who just doesn't even like watch football?
I'd rather marry someone who doesn't even watch football because I don't know if I could contain myself around a Cowboys fan. We'd be divorced immediately. I would
Nice.
say some wild shit if the Cowboys took a lead.
Oh, that's
It'd
crazy.
get too personal too fast.
um, let's see, Undergirl. Yeah, but yeah, the commentary was just like, ugh. Like, it was okay. Like, I was like, I wasn't like crying over it, but honestly, I'd rather just you spend that time either them getting to know each other outside of commentary,
Mhm.
or then just have them focus on the game more.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
didn't mind like when they had the date thing the couple
yeah,
episodes ago. That was
I love
cute.
that. Yeah, this did not quite hit for me. Um, and then the whole scene at the end, the Fiend and Ball, I like that as well,
Hmm.
where he told the father about the Witcher Yor, and then she was just like, Oto-san, and I'm just like, first of all, let's stop there. I get it. You're trying to do this whole thing. They're like, oh my god, we're like family now. Da 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 da. It's one thing to be like, it's one thing to say that, oh yeah, my cousin's like my sister.
Hmm.
It's a whole nother to be like, yeah, my uncle's like my father. I'm like, or he's just your uncle who lets you stay here, who lets you live here. Like, it's okay. Like, yeah, I thought that was a little like once again, this is me extremely nitpicking. Like, it's not that serious at all. But
You think it's like a depressing statement to make or something?
I think it's weird because they don't know each other like that. Like, not in the way that, like, I understand it when she says that to Lisa, like, yes, you're like my sister to me, because they like, you know,
Hmm.
they or we've seen, or at least we have seen the scenes where they're together and they're bonding and they're getting to know each other. Like, we've had multiple episodes of that. So that whole like, oh my god, you're like my sister now because we're family and we love and we like each other and whatnot. I get that. Her just saying father, if I was just like, okay, like, okay. I mean, I didn't see that. I don't see anything fatherly that he did for you, to be honest. But
Lets her
um,
stay there. That's about it.
what
Lets her stay there.
landlord?
Yeah. Don't you call your landlord daddy?
Yeah, no, I don't think I do. So it was very odd to me. I was just like, are you just using this to manipulate this man into fighting? Because
That'd
if
be a cool
you're my
twist.
niece, right, that wouldn't work on me. I'd be like, I would still help you, but I'd just be like, a father, sure. Like, I'd be like, if you feel that strongly, I
Mm,
guess.
I can't stop you from feeling that way.
Right. I guess I'll one day return to sentiment.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just yeah, just that's just another weird thing I saw this episode. Uh but I did like his reaction to it though. That's why I was
Hmm.
fine with it because the reaction was really cute. He was just like, no, well, he's like, Otosan, no, I can't let you give her away like that. Now you must fight me. And then Bob was like, listen, I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to swim up in that kitty cat. So if that means I gotta kill her own daddy, he's like, if I gotta kill her daddy twice for the second time,
Hmm.
so be it.
It is what it is.
And that's why I just like Ball. Like he's so like he's just very one directional, but in like
In a good
the best
way.
way.
Yeah.
Right. Very good. Okay, I think that's all I have to say about Tunrize. And unless you have
So,
anything more to add?
no, that's about it. So, should I take us
Alright,
away?
please do.
All right, guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the Waifu Wars podcast, Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you get every episode as they come out every week. If you haven't already, do join the party over on our Discord. Follow us on Twitch and follow us on Twitter, all linked in the description down below. If you'd like, you can even become a channel patron or member and join us for our weekly live watches with which we're watching keep wanting to say Nier, but we're watching Vinland Saga and Nagatoro. So if you want to join us for those, you know what to do. And Drew, you have anything you'd like to add?
Let's see. What do I want to add? Uh, enjoy your day off tomorrow if you have it off.
Mm-hmm.
And to those that don't have it off, well, I hope you find some extra money somewhere.
Yes. May you all be blessed.
One way or another.
Yes. And on that note, this has been Soberoni and
Scooby-Doo.
And we'll catch y'all next time. Later.
Bye.